The weather broke in Virginia. It was cut off sleeves last night and long sleeve tees this morning. It's 54 degrees and a beautiful day here in Central Virginia. Welcome to the Battlefield Walker channel. Today, Jenna's going to take me to one of her spots. I've never been there before. It's a Civil War spot, and it's in Hanover County. It's been months since I've hunted with Genna, so let's get to it. Well, Jenna's not here yet, but this is a really pretty spot. Certainly Civil War activity was here. This is central Hanover. I think we got potential here. This is what I'm looking at. We're going to stay in this field for a little while. I haven't gone very far at all, and I'm hearing a good signal. If I was on a battlefield, I would say this is probably a bullet. It's usually pretty weird if the first target you get is the right target. We'll see. Uh-oh. Look at that. First target, maybe 30 yards from the truck. Federal infantry bullet from the Civil War. That is encouraging. But I see green right there. Nope, shotgun shell, look at that. Once I opened up the hole, the queen has arrived. No. Daggone Pop Top. My wife loves your flowers.
And I wore your shirt.
I wondered if you would. It does look good on you. I picked that color specifically for you.
I never knew that blue was my color.
I think we got a Civil War target here. This just sounds right. Got some depth to it. That appears to be a 3-ringer. Let's pop it out of there. This is 2 bullets in kind of close proximity. Okay, sure enough, we've got a consistent tone, but it's just a mouse whisper. All right, I'm sure that's a bullet. We're already at pinpointer depth and we're not there yet, so. Okay, we dug it up. Yep, there it is. You see it? Right under that shadow right there. That's the 3rd one from a spot you could cover with a quilt. That's 3. All right, I've come a long way across this field. Got a signal here that sounds old. I don't think it's a bullet, but it does sound old. Let's see what we got. We ought to be close. Helps to turn it on. This is them right on it. Is that, do I see green? I see green. That's a little civilian button with a design on it. All right, so we got a little shank on the back. Probably 1830s, 1840s. A little brass civilian button. Man, I've covered a lot of ground already this morning. Not hearing many old target. This one does sound old. It's been a 1/4 mile since I've dug a bullet. Golly, that looks green to me. Shotgun shell? No, wire, I think. What is that? I don't know. Okay, just a little ring off of a harness or something. No, that would be a piece of wire. Copper wire. That is not what we were looking for. I see Genna out there digging on top of this hill.
There's an old house site somewhere on the map. What? That's a piece. I got a piece of arrowhead.
Uh-oh, I see green.
Still didn't need that yet. What is this?
I see green. Here, let me give you this back.
That's a junk. Ow.
Back of a military button. Find of the day. Got a nice little eagle button. That really is in good shape to be found in a field.
I know. It's deep.
Usually the fertilizer eats it up. You said it was deep? That's why. That's a nice little eagle, though. So that's 2 eagles that have come out of this field.
What about the bullets?
So far, you're the winner, but the day is not over. Genna and I only hunted for maybe 4 hours today, and the finds were kind of sparse, but I guess we did all right. Several bullets, and Genna found that really nice eagle button. I found a 1830s flat button, and that little brass ring I found, and I told you when I found it that I had some plans for that little ring. I'm going to show you what I did with it. In one of my previous videos, one of my very observant subscribers said, when are you going to tell us about your new acquisition? That Sharp's carbine on the wall right behind you. So I want to tell you the story about this model 1859 Sharp's carbine. And I actually love the story simply because of how it came into my possession. I don't buy very many relics, but recently I was watching an auction site, and this particular auction site didn't have anything Civil War in it. It was household goods, it was farm goods, it was shop goods. And while I'm scrolling through looking at these items for sale on this auction site, one picture stopped me dead in my tracks. It was the pieces of an old rifle, and I immediately recognized the breech. I said, these are all parts to an old Sharp's carbine Civil War rifle. It didn't appear to be much missing from the rifle, and I thought, I think I'll give this a shot. So I called my buddies, asked them what a fair price would be. They advised me. I placed a bid, and I won the rifle in the auction. Immediately, I had buyer's remorse because I thought, man, I haven't even held this thing in my hand. I'm buying pieces of a gun. Those of you who are interested in the Civil War are going to be intrigued by the location where I went to pick the gun up. It was Petersburg. So I get there, I pick it up, and I take it home and lay it out on my workbench, and sure enough, it looks to be almost all there. The only thing I noticed that was missing was the rear sight. The gun was broken here at the wrist. The wood was dry as tinder, and it's scratched up. It's in really rough condition. The breech, the barrel, the trigger guard. This is an 1859 model. It does not have brass hardware on it. It's all iron. Even the little patch box or toolbox, whatever you want to call it, and it was pitted up really bad. And I fell in love with it, mostly because it was broken at the wrist. And you say, why would you fall in love with an old gun that's broken in 2 pieces? I actually went to the auction house, talked to the auctioneers, and the only thing I was able to glean from the auction was, I know the man who owned it before it went to auction. But what I found was his grandfather owned a farm right on the edge of Petersburg, Virginia. This is just a theory. He didn't have any other Civil War relics. My feeling is that his grandfather probably went out onto the Petersburg battlefield after the armies had gone, and he found this broken Sharp's carbine on the field. Now, to support that a little bit, the gun has been repaired with a very crude strap iron repair on the other side. It made the gun completely functional. If you're not familiar with a Sharp's carbine, you flip this little safety back, you drop this trigger guard, the breech falls down, you put a cartridge in, which consisted of the lead projectile and a bag of gunpowder. When you close the breech up, it cut the back of the bag of gunpowder, which exposed the gunpowder. Click the little safety up so it won't fall down. Half cock, put a percussion cap on, cock it again, and you're ready to go. This gun is completely serviceable, even today. I think that this was a battlefield pickup. I think it was a crude repair was attempted, and I think it stayed in a barn for the next 150 years. I really do. All of the furniture on the gun is pitted and rusty. It's in rough shape. But I really believe that this is a battlefield pickup. The idea that there would have been an 1859 model Sharps carbine, one of the cutting edge weapons of the day, if there was one of them in Virginia, you can guarantee that it was being used in the war. Nobody would have this behind the kitchen door when it could be used by troops to defend the homeland. Crazy as it might sound, I like this gun better than a beautiful one, because I truly believe that the damage on this gun is battlefield damage. I think this gun saw action in one of the last battles of the Civil War, the Siege of Petersburg, Virginia. Now that brings us to today. There's only two things that this gun did not have that I could see: no rear sight, and the ring on the carbine slide was missing. I'm sure the ring I found today is not a Sharps carbine ring, but I got home, cleaned that ring up, disassembled the left side of the breech, installed that ring, which was on a slider here, up and down, and you would hook a carbine sling hook into this ring and carry it. One more thing. This carbine slide is worn heavily at the corner. It didn't get worn that way from somebody carrying it around in the woods deer hunting. It got worn right there because the gun was carried like this. There would have been a carbine snap that would have snapped on this, and it dangled from a cross belt, and it hung that way, and this thing got worn out because I guarantee you, that thing bounced across many a mile in the Civil War. So that's how I plan to use the little ring. That's what I did with it. And this, for you observant guys, is the story of the Sharps carbine that I bought from Petersburg, Virginia. We're getting consistently cooler weather here in Virginia now, and I'm just waiting for crops to come out of the field. I'm hoping to have some really good hunts in this 2025-2026 relic hunting season. I hope to see you there. If you haven't subscribed to the Battlefield Walker channel, I sure hope you will. It doesn't hurt to drop a like or to hit that notification button. Best of all, leave me a comment if there's something that interests you in this video. So until we're relic hunting together again, this is the Battlefield Walker channel. I'm the Battlefield Walker. We'll see you next time. Be good. Say your prayers.